Do platform workers have employment rights? To answer this question, it is necessary to point out that in each legal system, mandatory labor legislation is connected to one or more contractual schemes or to specific factual features of the relationship, mostly within the area of the subordinate employment. As in other non-standard forms of work, the possibility of granting protection is, first and foremost, a matter of classification of the labor relationship in the area of employment or self-employment. The access to labor rights is differently appreciated in each legal system, but the status of employee always offers the maximum amount of guarantees. Platform labor is instead not associated with any specific contractual type. Digital platforms combine their organization to avoid the mandatory legislation that offers protection to workers or regulates specific markets, such as the rental ones. Intending to build an autonomous regulation system, they shape the general terms and conditions of the contracts according to the peculiarity of each productive sector and each legal environment, and state that the workers are service providers. Most of the time, indeed, these workers are qualified as independent contractors, sometimes as occasional workers, or non-professional amateur workers. Based on this formal classification, platform workers may only have access to a limited part of the guarantees normally linked to the employment relationship. Or, in the worst case, they cannot take advantage of any specific protection. The reaction of the legal systems to the spread of the platform economy was first slow and ineffective. In the last few years, the scenario is different. The solutions offered to protect this kind of labor oscillate between the attempt to apply the status of employee and its body of protections and the construction of specific guarantees in the wake of autonomy. We can first of all mention that European Union in 2019 set up the first directive connected to the pillar of social Europe called Transparent and Predictable Working Conditions, and that it has issued the recommendation on access to social protection for workers and the self-employed, both possibly applicable to platform workers. Secondly, France, Portugal and Italy introduced specific clauses for the platform workers providing protection schemes, differently graduated. These interventions design presumptive or trial facilitations mechanisms to bring out subordination, or construct tailor-made disciplines relating to self-employment and their social protection with respect to the peculiarities of the platforms. Moreover, several courts, especially in France, Spain, Italy and UK, have ruled on these labor relationships, often classifying platform workers as employees or conferring them the same right to health and safety at work, for instance during the COVID-19 emergency. On the other hand, the action of the trade unions to bargain an effective system of rules was, since now, quite ineffective. These processes need time to stabilize, but some of the agreements concluded can demonstrate the contribution of collective bargaining as a source of regulation for this kind of employment relationship. The representation action at the urban level has moreover led to the emergence of aggregations that are competitive with traditional associations. The claims made by these trade unions are less standardized and more rooted in the peculiarity of the productive sector. Even if they introduce similar rules on a global and international scale, the common features may emerge precisely at the city level, where elements of the human environment are interwoven with the methods of providing the service. We can, therefore, be optimistic that the path towards an adequate body of protection for labor through digital platforms is fully underway and is based on the converging action of various forces: legislative, judicial and trade union action.